You're 35,000 feet in the air, stuck in a flying metal tube with 200 strangers and zero room for mistakes. Flying isn't just about where you're going, it's also about how you act while getting there. Because up here, there are rules. Some are printed on laminated cards, but the ones that matter most, no one talks about them. From seat kicking to headphoneless TikToks, there are passengers that make the skies anything but friendly. So whether you're a frequent flyer or taking your very first trip, this list might just save you from being the one everyone talks about once the plane lands. This is Jet Whisper, and here are 10 things you should never do on a plane. Trust me, the flight attendants already know who gets it and who doesn't. It happens every flight. Someone boards early and shoves their oversized bag into the overhead bin 5 rows ahead of their seat. Not because it's full where they're sitting, but because they just feel entitled. This one selfish move creates chaos for everyone else. Now someone in row 12 has to find space back in row 23 and fight traffic going upstream. Flight attendants hate this behavior. It causes arguments, delays boarding, and leads to more gate-checked luggage. And if you try to rearrange other people's bags to make space for yours, even worse. Overhead bins aren't personal lockers, they're shared space. Use the bin above your own seat. If it's full, ask a flight attendant. Don't steal from other passengers. Don't hoard space, and don't pretend no one notices. They do. Everyone does. Be smart. Be polite. And if your bag doesn't fit, maybe it wasn't really carry-on size after all. The lavatory on a plane is not a private suite. It's a cramped metal closet shared by hundreds of people. Yet some passengers treat it like home, taking off their shoes, bringing skincare routines, or spending 15 minutes in there like it's a hotel bathroom. Let's get something straight. You should always wear shoes, never place personal items on the surfaces, and absolutely avoid touching anything you don't have to. Flight attendants know who leaves the bathroom looking like a disaster. And yes, they talk about it. Fast, clean, minimal. That's how to use a plane lavatory. Don't brush your teeth mid-flight. Don't hang out, and whatever you do, never walk in barefoot. That's not water on the floor, and now your socks are ruined. Respect the space, respect the next person, and don't be the horror story flight crews tell after landing. We get it, you're bored. You want to watch a quick video, scroll through Instagram Reels, or catch up on that new series. But here's the deal. If you're playing audio through your phone speaker on a crowded flight, you're instantly that passenger. Headphones aren't optional. They're basic courtesy. Nobody around you signed up to hear your TikTok feed or episode recap. Flight attendants hear everything. So does the person beside you trying to sleep. Even worse is blasting music while others are watching safety instructions or boarding. Want to know how to annoy a full cabin in 10 seconds flat? Unplug your headphones. Don't be that person. Bring wired or wireless earbuds. Even a $10 pair does the job. Turn the volume down. And if you're watching a movie, don't laugh like you're at home. You're not. You're 6 inches away from someone else's face. A glass of wine with your meal? Totally fine, but turning that into 3 mini bottles of whiskey, followed by loud storytelling to your seatmate? Now you're on the no-fly radar. Alcohol affects your body differently at altitude. You get tipsy faster, dehydrated quicker, and much more unpredictable. Drunk passengers aren't just annoying. They can become safety risks. Flight attendants are trained to stop serving you the moment you seem off, and if needed, they can flag you to be met by security at landing. Some passengers have even caused emergency landings just because they couldn't handle their buzz. If you want to relax, drink water, eat something, and know your limits. This isn't a bar at 2 a.m., it's a pressurized cabin with 200 strangers who didn't sign up for your tequila monologue. Stay classy, stay aware, and know when to say no thanks to round 3. Let's set the record straight. The middle seat is basically the worst spot on a plane. No window, no aisle, just 2 strangers on either side and nowhere to lean. The only perk? Both armrests. It's the unspoken social contract of air travel. Aisle gets legroom, window gets the view, middle gets both rests. But every flight, someone decides to fight for dominance, shoving elbows and claiming territory. It turns a cramped space into an awkward wrestling match. Don't be that person. If you're in the aisle or window, give the middle seat a break. You'll survive without one armrest. This small gesture can make someone's miserable seat just a little more bearable, and it'll earn you major karma. Flying is tight enough without territorial disputes over a few inches of plastic. Be generous. Everyone wins. Yes, you've flown before. Yes, you think you've heard it all, but rolling your eyes or putting on headphones during the safety briefing isn't just disrespectful, it's dangerous. Emergencies are rare, but when they happen, seconds count. Knowing where the exits are, how to operate your life vest, and when to brace can literally save lives, including your own. Flight attendants are trained to watch who's paying attention. If you zone out, they take mental notes. Why? Because in a crisis, the last thing they want is a clueless passenger panicking. It only takes 90 seconds. So, sit up, look forward, and give it your full attention. You don't have to memorize it, just absorb the basics. It's not just about rules. It's about respect, safety, and being the kind of passenger everyone wants to have on board. Yes, your seat reclines, but that doesn't mean you get to launch it backward like a catapult with zero warning. Behind you might be someone eating a meal, using a laptop, or holding a drink. Reclining suddenly can spill liquids, crush electronics, and cause all kinds of awkward chaos. The solution? Easy. Turn around, make eye contact, say, "Mind if I lean back a little?" Most people will say yes. And even if they don't, you'll at least look polite. Slow reclining is a subtle art. It tells the person behind you that you're aware they exist. Slamming your seat back is the equivalent of slamming a door in someone's face, only with more turbulence. Be smooth, be courteous, and trust me, the extra 2 inches of angle won't mean much if you're hated by the entire row behind you. We get it, everyone wants to get on and especially off as fast as possible. But crowding the aisle, pushing ahead of your row, or blocking the way with your backpack creates total chaos. During boarding, don't stand in the aisle unpacking your life. Know what you need, grab it fast and step aside. During landing, wait your turn. If you're in row 23, don't race ahead to row 17 because the aisle opened up. You're not winning anything, you're just creating tension. And during deplaning, people remember who shoved past or who blocked everyone trying to exit. Be the one who moves efficiently, not aggressively. You'll get off the plane just fine and you won't leave 20 enemies in your wake. It happens more than you think. People tapping the screen on the back of someone's seat like it's a punching bag, or worse, grabbing the headrest in front of them to stand up. These are real human beings, not handles or chairs in your living room. If you need to steady yourself, use your own armrest. If the touchscreen is unresponsive, don't jab it harder. The person in front of you can feel every single press. Imagine trying to sleep or read while your head keeps jerking forward thanks to someone scrolling through the in-flight menu. Respect personal space. We're already flying shoulder to shoulder in a metal tube. Don't make it worse by forgetting basic manners. The call button is a lifeline, but it's not a convenience bell. Using it to ask for water during takeoff or for a snack 5 minutes after service just makes more work for an already stretched crew. It's designed for actual needs. Feeling sick, having an emergency, or needing assistance you can't delay. Yes, flight attendants will come, but they're also ranking passengers in their heads. And the overclickers? Not on the favorites list. Want better service? Be polite, wait for rounds, and speak up kindly when they pass by. Being considerate goes a long way in the sky. You're more likely to get what you need if you're not seen as the person who hits the button every time they crave a ginger ale. Let's face it, air travel is stressful enough without someone reclining into your knees, blasting TikToks, or wrestling the armrest like it's a prize fight. But now, you know better. If this list made you nod, laugh, or think, "Yep, I've seen that happen," hit that like button. And if you don't want to miss more insider tips, airport secrets, and unspoken flying rules, subscribe to Jet Whisper, because in the sky, manners matter. And now, you've got altitude and attitude.